Hi everyone, I'm Layla. There are games that don't stay with you because of their gameplay, but because of the story they tell. Experiences that move you like a movie and leave a lasting mark. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Today we're going to look at the 10 best story-driven video games that everyone should experience at least once. Ghost of Tsushima is one of the most cinematic and powerful games you can experience. Set during the Mongol invasion of Japan, you step into the role of Jin Sakai, a samurai torn between staying loyal to his code of honor or embracing new techniques to protect his people. It's a story of identity, sacrifice, and transformation, pulling you in from start to finish. The strength of the game lies in its visual storytelling, breathtaking landscapes, duels at sunset, and a use of colors and cinematography that feels straight out of a Kurosawa film. Every mission, main or side, adds depth to the emotional journey of the protagonist and those around him. Ghost of Tsushima is an epic tale, filled with moral choices, betrayals, and unforgettable moments. If you love stories set in feudal Japan and complex inner struggles, this game is a must-play. Detroit Become Human is an interactive experience that explores a near future where humans and androids live in fragile balance. The story unfolds through 3 protagonists, each with their own arc, weaving together into a narrative filled with moral dilemmas, consequences, and ethical challenges. The strongest point of the game is that every decision matters. A single line of dialogue, an impulsive choice, or a careful plan can completely change the course of events. It makes you reflect on issues like discrimination, free will, and what it truly means to be alive. With cinematic direction, stellar performances, and an immense web of branching narratives, Detroit Become Human is a game that everyone should experience at least once. The Last of Us and its sequel are among the most powerful narrative experiences ever created in gaming. The first chapter tells the story of Joel and Ellie, 2 survivors in a world devastated by a pandemic that turns people into hostile creatures. It's a journey about loss, trust, and love, with writing on par with the best TV series. The sequel pushes the story into even more complex territory, exploring themes of revenge, grief, and humanity. It's raw, bold, and unafraid to put players in uncomfortable situations with morally ambiguous choices. Together, the 2 games form a masterpiece that redefined the standard for narrative-driven video games. With masterful performances, impeccable writing, and gut-punching moments, The Last of Us 1 and 2 are essential experiences. Cyberpunk 2077 immerses you in Night City, a futuristic metropolis where technology, power, and identity collide in a complex narrative. The story is the heart of the game. Both main and side missions weave together to create a cohesive world where every character has a purpose and motivation. Johnny Silverhand, brought to life by Keanu Reeves, is a constant presence throughout the protagonist's journey. It's a tale of control, rebellion, and what it means to preserve your humanity in a world dominated by corporations. Cyberpunk 2077 had a rough start, but thanks to updates and the Phantom Liberty expansion, it has become one of the most complete and engaging narrative experiences in recent years. Night City itself feels like a living, breathing character, brutal, vibrant, and irresistible. Heavy Rain is an interactive thriller that puts you at the center of a chilling mystery, discovering the identity of the Origami Killer, a ruthless serial murderer. The story unfolds through 4 different characters, each with their own perspective and choices. The game plays out like an interactive movie. Every action, every line of dialogue, even every mistake has consequences. Characters can die before the story ends, and multiple endings create a deeply personal experience. With its thriller pacing and constant tension, Heavy Rain keeps you glued to the screen, making you feel the weight of your decisions. It's a dark, gripping story that proves just how powerful games can be as a narrative medium. God of War 2018 is a complete reinvention of one of gaming's most beloved franchises. Leaving behind its hack-and-slash roots, this entry centers on the relationship between Kratos and his son Atreus as they journey through the Norse realms. It's no longer just the story of a vengeful god of war, but of a father scarred by his past, trying to guide his son through a cruel world. The brilliance of the game is how seamlessly it weaves action and narrative together. Every fight, every exploration, every conversation contributes to the character's growth. With cinematic direction, a seamless one-shot camera, and an epic soundtrack, God of War delivers both emotional depth and jaw-dropping gameplay. It's an adventure that blends heart and brutality, an unforgettable modern classic. Red Dead Redemption 2 is more than just a video game. It's a narrative masterpiece that immerses you in the dying days of the Wild West. You play as Arthur Morgan, an outlaw in Dutch van der Linde's gang, caught in a story of loyalty, freedom, and the heavy weight of choices. The narrative unfolds slowly but masterfully, making you deeply care for each character, their flaws, their dreams, their inevitable downfalls. It's not just a story of guns and horses. It's an emotional journey that captures the end of an era, as Arthur wrestles with belonging and mortality. Every mission feels like a chapter from a novel, and the open world is full of detail that makes it feel alive. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the strongest examples of how games can tell stories on par with cinema and literature. Days Gone throws you into a post-apocalyptic America ravaged by a pandemic that turned millions into zombie-like creatures. You step into the boots of Deacon, a drifter biker living a story of survival, love, and loss. Unlike other zombie games, Days Gone places emotional storytelling at its core. The relationship between Deacon and his wife Sarah is central to the narrative, driving every choice you make as you search for the truth about her fate. The game balances heart-pounding encounters with massive hordes of enemies and quiet, reflective moments about moving forward against all odds. Days Gone grows on you over time. It starts modestly, but evolves into a deep story about a tormented man in a hostile world. It's an open-world survival that surprises with its emotional impact. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is considered by many the greatest RPG ever made, and much of that comes down to its storytelling and characters. As Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter, you embark on an epic quest to find Ciri, his adopted daughter, pursued by the mysterious Wild Hunt. The main storyline is already top tier, but what makes the game legendary is the writing of its side quests. None are throwaway. Each tells a meaningful story with real consequences. It's a living world, where your choices ripple across kingdoms and characters alike. With its narrative depth and an enormous, richly detailed world, The Witcher 3 set a gold standard for RPGs. It's a saga filled with intrigue, emotion, and unforgettable moments. Life is Strange is a narrative adventure that focuses entirely on emotion and player choice. You play as Max, a girl who discovers she can rewind time. Through this power, you confront sensitive themes like friendship, loss, bullying, and even depression. The strength of the game lies in its ability to make you truly empathize with its characters. The choices you make have dramatic consequences for Max and her best friend Chloe, creating a rare sense of emotional responsibility. With its unique art style, indie soundtrack, and brave storytelling that doesn't shy away from tough subjects, Life is Strange is one of the most human and moving experiences you can have in gaming. It's a story that stays with you long after the credits roll. And that's our list of the 10 most unforgettable story-driven games you absolutely need to play. Which one left the biggest impression on you? Or maybe you know another title that deserves a spot. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.